All right, so these are those little pineapple beach chairs that you get from Amazon, and they're in my Amazon storefront, and they fold down like this. They're 1/6 scale, and the pineapples are cute, but I wanted to change the fabric. And so we are going to change the fabric. What's the easiest way? I tried to pull this apart, but I think I'm just going to have to cut it, and then we'll just add about it, I don't know, what is it, a 3/4 of an inch to our measurements. Let's see if I can even get these scissors in there. Maybe I should have gotten smaller ones. All right, there we go. So we're just cutting it off. We do need to remember that this is the one that you're going to be putting the fabric on. So just remember here and then up here, because I think it kind of gets confusing because it folds. Let's see if I can get my scissors in here. Of course, I think I got like the biggest scissors I have. I have like every size. Okay, there we go. All right. And I'm gonna keep a hold of this so that I know this is where the fabric will need to be placed. So, oh, that one had like a little bit of glue. Okay, so I'm kind of keeping it in place. We know we have to put the fabric here and here. All right, so I'm gonna set that aside. And all you're gonna do is we're gonna have to cut this a little bit longer because we cut this part off. So it's fine to just cut it a little longer. So I'm gonna measure it like so. Actually, let me do this edge. Already looks straighter, and I chose a material that this is like an upholstery fabric. You can use anything. I think what you just want to look for is something that doesn't fray a lot, because I'm not going to sew this back, although you could make a seam if you want, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use this fabric. It doesn't fray a lot. They do make something called fray stop, and it's a liquid, and you could put a little bit on here. My bottle's really old, so I'm not even sure if it is good anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna take the fabric that I just took off, and I'm going to be adding back for this. Okay, so I'm adding this much, and the same on this side because I cut it a little. So I'm just gonna take my ruler. You can use scissors, measure it, mark it, however you like. I love the rotary cutter, so I'm going to use my rotary cutter, which, if you didn't know, this is a rotary cutter. Very sharp. Keep out of the hands of children. And I'm just gonna cut along the ruler edge, and then I'm gonna cut right there. Okay, so there we go. We've got our little piece, and this was just a remnant that I had. And what was I saying about fraying? I'm just gonna cut that off, or that I could do it afterwards too. And I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. This stuff is amazing. Dries clear. It's very sticky. And we're going to take, whoops, our chair. And if you feel like it's too long, like there's too much on the back, but I feel like that's fine. It may be a little bit more than it was before, but I'm okay with that. So what I'm gonna do, I think I'll start with this seat portion first, and I'm gonna fold this. Let's see. I'm going to try to keep it in frame. And I'm just simply going to take a little bit of this Fabri-Tac and kind of spread it along there. Now, I'm not going to glue this to the wood because I may change my mind and want to change the fabric again to something different. So you're just simply going to press that together. So simple. I mean, this is no sewing involved, just some glue. And if you craft at all, you know how to use your glue. All right, so then this portion, I want to make sure that I'm putting this all on the right, so I'm right bars. It gets a little confusing. Okay, so I want to put this portion, because here's our little chair, and you want to give it some slack. You don't want to be too tight. You need to give it some room for them to sit, and it's basically just kind of in line parallel to the bar here. Okay, so I'm going to hold it right there. Just kind of pull this back a little bit. Let's move this out of the way. Okay. Sorry, I'm like being really bad about keeping it in frame. So let me hold it like that, because I know I need to make a seam right about here with the glue. Okay. All right. I think that's like all I'm gonna add. You don't have to go crazy with this glue. It's really good once it's dry. All right, and then I'm just gonna kind of line up the edges like so. Whoop. All right, you guys, like, we're done. How simple was that? So now you have a new lounge chair, beach chair, that has a different fabric. And I'm going to, I see this little edge right here. I'm just gonna take and carefully cut that off. All right, this does take a little time to dry. Not a lot, but I wouldn't go setting your Barbie doll in there yet, or any doll that you want. But look how cute that is. You know me, I like my whites, my beiges. So look, here we go. Love it. And like I said, you can do some other cute print, anything you want. Just make sure that the print is like the right size, because sometimes if you get a print that's too big, it won't look right when you cut it down to this small of a size. Okay, all right. Hope you're having a great day. Bye.